he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, it's Franky and Mexi.
Hello.
Welcome to the think tank. So we were thinking we should probably talk a little bit about Lori Vallow. I haven't done an update. I don't know if I did one yesterday or if it was the day before, but it's been like Mexi was saying earlier, like this is almost something that a person has to do daily updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy to fall behind. Always something happening. I like to put I know why. Everything that we look at, it is so bizarre. And I mean, what a title. Burned remains, hazmat suits, cult connections, demons, zombies. Like, what the hell am I? Are we on Star Trek or something? What the hell?
These people were on, I don't know, another level. Another level. Like
Totally. I mean, Letitia Stout, bad enough. Bad enough. But what is it with these women lately?
I don't know. Maybe there's something in the water.
It's just bizarre. Like,
but I mean, like lately, I feel what's been on the news a lot. There's been a lot of like family killings within the family. Like,
yeah. And the whole family's disappearing.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 cases like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just gone. Isn't that scary? And you and I have touched on this before. What the hell's going on in Mexico these days?
It's just a war zone for the most part.
Oh, it is. So this is a little bit off topic, but I want your opinion. So what do you think about them, the government, the US government, going in and like arresting all of those people from the Sinaloa cartel? Like, what do you think about that? That makes me a little uncomfortable. I mean, Guatemala, China, and like 3 of El Chapo's boys.
I mean, the thing is, you might just get 3 or 2, one here, one there, and you're not even tipping the scales of what these
They
guys
got 28 of them, right? 28 people there.
Pocket change.
That's the thing. So
these guys run deep. Like they're really big. They're not.
That's what I'm thinking. So it's in my brain. It's like, why would you piss those guys off? It doesn't even make a lot of sense.
I mean, for all we know, these guys have like some sort of plan, and just, maybe they let you capture them.
Oh, you know what? I mean, there is that, right? You guys are muddy now. Oh my God. Yeah, I was paying attention to that the other day when they got on and did like that news conference, and it was like, you just did what?
Mhm.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
like,
what the answer to that, whole saga is to our neighbor, but because I mean, you might be able to take down like just one whole cartel, but another one is just gonna
get bigger.
another one will just take its place, and then it just continues.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, this war has been going on forever. You know, things are getting a little bit testy, I would say, as far as Mexico goes right now. Like, someone just did like a drive-by shooting in like Cancun or something. They were on their boat and they went, it's like, what the frick? That's Cancun. Oh my God. Yeah, drive-by by boat.
Hey,
Right? Creativity.
if the area permits,
Oh, exactly.
That's something out of a movie. I just can't even.
It is. It is. It's like, oh my God. And every day there's a little bit of something in the news that is kind of cartel
Depressing.
related.
Oh, well, cartel related is also
Oh.
depressing. That's a daily thing. But yeah, the cartels, I don't know what the solution for that is. Like, there's a lot of corrupt officials too that
That's the thing.
it's just really hard to. What would you do? Like if let's just pretend that America went over there. You know what? Let's not even talk about it because I hate talking about stuff like this. Like, I'm not a political person.
No, me either. I'm just looking at what's happening out there in this world, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so
I don't know.
let's.
The stars are aligning in some weird way. We're losing gravity. The UV rays are getting to our brains.
Right?
The world's crazy.
It is so crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. Let's get into like the crazy Lori
The
Vallow.
ones we have here. Let's talk about that.
Oh, let's talk about these guys. So I found this one interesting. It's from earlier today, and it's Cult Mom. Lori Vallow smirks in chilling court sketch after trial for the death of her 2 children is hit by 1-day delay. So what the hell is that all about?
Lori Shallow being shallow.
Oh my God. The Idaho court heard dramatic testimony during its opening days last week as Vallow stands accused of unaliving her 2 children, JJ, who was 7, and Tylee, who was 16, back in September of 2019. Why is she always smiling? Why? Oh, good Lord. So this comes from The Sun, and I do have them in the description. Have you noticed that? Like, she's always smiling.
I think she's just shallow. She's vain and
Is that what it is?
just proud. I don't know. She thinks she's just innocent and, her looks are just, I have no idea. I don't know what goes on in that woman's brain.
No
But
doubt.
she's obviously not worried about the fact that she's being accused of killing her 2 children.
She's not. In my opinion, no. No. To me, she just looks like a complete airhead, a manipulative airhead, but an airhead just the same. It's just the way she. So, highly anticipated trial has taken a scheduled 1-day break after the first week of testimony. Okay, that's what was going on. So, there's Uncle Al, JJ, and Tylee. He's a sick shit, in my opinion. Sick shit. Even the messed up relationship he had with, like, Lori, what was that?
I don't understand that.
And no, I think they did.
Don't.
Was that whole family kind of just like a little off kilter? Like the ones that I've seen, it's been like, okay, well, okay.
I don't really want to pass judgment, but
no, but from what you've seen, I mean,
yeah,
if they're dry humping their brother, I'm thinking that's a little off. I'm not judging. I'm just kind of like throwing that out there.
Man. I'm not
like
dry humping your brother. Oh my god. You've heard it here. Franky was thinking.
Oh, good God. But I mean, we can't really deny that. That's like,
it's weird because like I have a really hard time. Like I'm thinking of my two brothers. If I was like, hey, I have a plan. Okay, like those two over there, they're zombies, and I'm gonna get rid of them. Are you down?
Right?
And they'd be like, "Are you fucking insane?" Like,
oh my God, I'd be committed. I would be committed. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't understand.
So I don't understand like how he just went along with that. Like how he was so complicit. So, and of course it's all alleged because he's now gone and he can't speak for himself. So I'm just assuming that he was involved and that he had this was his niece. This was his relative. This was his nephew. Like,
yeah.
You saw that picture of them all smiling, having a good time at the Grand Canyon, or what was it? Where were they at? Yellowstone Park?
Didn't they go to Garden? Oh, what is that called again?
That one right there. That was that.
Yeah, Dandy. Dandy was telling us about it a little bit. Garden of the Gods, is that what it was called?
No, that's on Letitia's.
That's Letitia's. Oh my God.
I know, they all just start to blend together. But I think this is either Yellowstone. It might be Yellowstone.
I'm just gonna.
But I mean, like, like, you know, that's your uncle. You want them to, you know, you're supposed to, as a relative, a close relative like that, like you protect your niece and nephew. Like, I can't.
Oh my God.
I want to understand the relationship or hold that Lori had on him, and we'll never know.
Yeah. Well, if she was past the dry humping and just humping, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if she's that sick and twisted, and he's that sick and twisted, and I mean, rest in peace, I don't know. But at the same time, there's been a lot of stuff put out there, even by family and people that were around them, about how awkward that whole relationship was. So if you're willing to do that kind of stuff, how far really is it for doing some pretty messed up stuff for somebody who's got you like leashed?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Do you think she's a dumb?
No, I think she's far from that.
Just really good at playing that.
This is all an act for her.
Oh, hang on here for a second. It was getting all crackly. I had to change it out. Okay, so Lori, 49, her husband, Chad, 54, faced public scrutiny for enjoying a honeymoon in Hawaii after her kids disappeared.
Well, yes, it's because your kids were disappeared.
Right? And his wife just died. Like,
let's go on vacation, honey. Let's celebrate our honeymoon.
Oh, that picture, where is it? It is disgusting. Of those two, like all smiling and doing like some kind of hula dance. It's like, are you kidding me, you sick little bitch?
That's what that
Oh,
is.
yeah. Unreal. So, Lori and her new husband faced additional scrutiny over the death of Chad's. Why do they say ex-wife? It was not an ex-wife. He's the widow. No, Jazzy. Like, not ex-wife. They were divorced. Who mysteriously died in her sleep about 1 month after the kids vanished. So they've been accused of designing a sick plot fueled by their doomsday religious beliefs to mercy kill the kids. That didn't seem too merciful to me. Not what
there was. Yeah, there's no, no, not
right?
in their hands. No, I mean, if they wanted to show mercy, they should have just done themselves. Because
This is it.
that would have been better off for the kids. To be honest.
Absolutely. What is my dog doing?
And I mean that with all due respect, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The relationship between the two blossomed from an illicit affair before their respective spouses mysteriously died. Well, I don't know. Charles, it wasn't really that mysterious because Alex shot him. So, not really a mystery.
I really do feel really bad for Charles because he was reaching out to even Lori's family, like emailing them.
Everyone.
And he couldn't get the help, man. Like, it's just.
No, it's super sad because he, like you said, he gave everybody the heads up. He was warning everyone. Met through the Church of Latter-day Saints, but were living in different states with their families. Court has shown one strange message where Daybell mourned his entrapment in his current life and even compared himself to Harry Potter.
Oh my God, please don't ever do that, sir.
Ever. I'm a grown-up version of Harry Potter who has to live with the Dudleys in his little space under the stairs, he wrote in a July 2019 message. Okay, I've never seen Harry Potter, so I don't really know what that's all about.
How dare you, sir? Don't compare yourself to Harry Potter.
Every few weeks, I get to escape and have these amazing adventures with my goddess lover. But then I have to return to my life under the stairs and feeling trapped. Oh my God, I'm going to barf.
Was this like a text message to like Lori, like some sort of like poem?
That's what I think this was one of the messages. What does it say here? Like, he wrote in a July 2019 message. Yep. So JJ's heartbroken grandmother, Kay Woodcock, was the first to take the stand and explained how Lori went from an attentive mother to a wall between her and her grandchild. JJ was adopted by Lori and her fourth husband, Charles Vallow, after he was taken away from his biological mother, who also passed away from natural causes last year. Alrighty. JJ, we know, had autism and was born addicted to drugs. He had a really rough start. At first, Woodcock said that the two had a good relationship until things began to change in the months leading up to JJ's disappearance. Lori found out that Vallow had replaced her with his sister in his life insurance policy and closed off contact with the grandparents. The grandparents had a final conversation with the 7-year-old in August of 2019, where he briefly said, "Hi, Mama. Hi, Papa." Then, "Gotta go, Mama. Gotta go, Papa." Rexburg Police Detective Ray Hermosillo also recounted the day that he received a warrant to search Chad Daybell's property for the missing children. He remembered digging up Tylee's partially melted remains that were left in a plastic bucket. JJ, meanwhile, was found wrapped in trash bags in a makeshift grave with what remained of his hands duct taped together. The killed boy still had on his pajamas, pull-up diaper, the detective said. And then they started to find burnt fresh, decomposing bones. The detective told the court, "We had to take turns digging because the smell was so bad." So the trial does continue again tomorrow. May 25th, 2021, an Idaho grand jury indicted Lori and Chad on several counts, including first degree, conspiracy to commit first degree, grand theft in connection to the children's death. Chad was also charged with the death of his former wife, Tammy, and both he and Lori were charged with conspiracy to commit in Tammy's death. They both pled not guilty to all of these charges.
Of course.
Because, yeah.
Delusional. But that doesn't make him crazy. Or insane.
Oh, God, no.
Like,
no.
Insane.
Not by the legal definition, not even close. No. So it's unsure when. So we know that the D penalty has been taken off the table for Lori. Her largest penalty would be life without parole, but it is still on the table for Chad. We just have not heard as to when that case might be. I guess his lawyer's been in court almost every day.
At Lori's trial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do they still communicate?
Oh, it does.
Have you heard about that? Like, do they still communicate with each other?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know how they would be able to do that. Like, I don't know if they would allow them to communicate at this time.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Too easy for them to come up with stories, right? Okay, so I'm going to blow it up.
The portal potty. That's funny.
I missed something.
Oh, Jess chimed in. Sorry, my English. She said they could communicate through the portal potty. That's funny. Just imagine, just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep and I will see you in my dreams, Chad. I can't even with them.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. The portal potty. So let's see. I'll pop over here. There she is with one of the lawyers. So I'll just bounce through some of this. I do believe it's a fairly large article, and it's from the Deserted. Really? Desert.
Can you read what it says underneath that picture?
Is that Desert News? Like, what the hell's wrong with my thinker right now?
Deseret?
Eh?
Deseret? Dear, yeah.
I'm a lost cause right now. So it says here that the first week of arguments and witness testimony in the trial of Lori Vallow ended Friday with chilling new insight into the role of Alex Cox, Lori's brother, who himself wondered whether he was going to be his sister's fall guy. I read that. He said that to his wife the night before he died.
Yeah, he said something. It was very, what do you call it? Short. what he said to her. He didn't reveal much, but like he did insinuate
Right.
that he would be the fall guy.
Yeah.
But like fall guy, like it's very obvious to me that he was very heavily involved.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Eminem. Great to see you, friend. Yeah, this is just such a messed up group of people. So yeah, the fall guy. We know that she's been charged with conspiracy, the attack, and grand thefts in the death of the 2 kids. She was basically, what she was doing was still collecting their
Social
Their,
Security.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the baby bonus and all that stuff. I don't know what you call it in the US. I think you're right, Jess. I think you're right. I think he got suckered into doing a lot of the dirty work through
Oh,
a
he
lot.
definitely did. But I want to know
Mhm.
why, how, how was Lori able to do this? Like to him? Did he just, was he, I can't wrap my head around it. Because like I said,
So
like my brothers would never, like if I came up with like a proposition like that to them, they'd be like, are you stupid? Like, we're going to change
yeah,
in the
but
room. You're not going anywhere. Like,
again, I mean, maybe he was in love with her. Like in love with her. I mean, look at the stuff they did.
yeah, I've heard some weird stories, but I mean, I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I can't,
We're back to the dry humping.
The
Like
dry humping brother.
it's, oh my God. Oh, I think you're right, Mind of Monsters. Yeah, she has the gift of gab and she is able to brainwash him. May have started when they were young. Chad told him that he was Lori's protector. It's so gross. Oh, you are so right, Jess. It is so
Yeah,
gross.
I do kind of remember hearing something like that in one of the things I was watching. That
Oh. Yeah, I mean, literally, again, if a person thinks too hard on some of this stuff, it's enough to make you hurl all over your keyboard. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, okay, so we also know that they're charged with the kids, but now there's the death because they did exhume Tammy and they found out that she was asphyxiated. And then, yeah, we've got Charles. Poor Charles. Like, whose kids? This happens to the kids. Lori is perfectly aware of this. Who goes out and gets married?
she, this freaking woman, this girl's got no shame. So
No.
once Charles had already passed away, I murdered, should I say, not passed away, he was murdered. She used his Amazon account to purchase a freaking wedding ring.
Yes.
For Chad, and this is still while Chad's wife was still alive.
Yep. Yep.
These people are insane.
Oh my God. If they, I don't know. We know now that Lori has been deemed capable of dealing with a trial, that she's not off kilter, she's sane. I'm just blown away. I get thinking about even half the stuff she was capable of getting guys to do, let alone guys that she's like related to. And it is the most bizarre.
Things that make you go blah.
Oh yeah, things that make you go bleh. You're right. Okay, what is this? So we know that that Chad married. Okay, what's her Zulema? I don't know how to say it. Is it Pastanese?
Alex, you mean Alex
Yeah,
married Sulema.
yeah, like 2 weeks before he died. So, oh
Hey, you
God.
want to get married? Sure, why not? I got
Yeah, why
time.
not? Yeah, what time? Oh shit. Well, I finished my drinks
And
about this time.
and I know they said that there was like it wasn't a coincidence or not a coincidence. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. But like Lori's niece,
Yeah,
I can't remember her name, but she married someone else like a day prior to
yeah,
Alex and Zulema getting married, and it was in the same chapel, and they were just like, "Oh, we had no idea that they were gonna do that."
exactly.
We're just gonna have
Exactly.
it as witnesses and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, who took the pictures? Because I bet you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's Lori or
Oh,
Chad in there.
oh my God.
Yes,
Just
Melanie.
unreal. Well, and this, okay, they're telling everybody at this point that they have been together for many lifetimes. This is part of the reason why they're able to cheat on their spouses, is because, these two have been married for lifetime
What a
after
bunch of
lifetime.
baloney. But can you imagine though, like if what they're saying is real, right? Like we all, like a lot of us live like multiple lives. Can you imagine
Yeah.
living in a world where every single life you're living, they're in it and they're together and they're just as pukey as they are now? Like I would just be like, get me out of this life.
Oh my God. And it sounds like Lori fell for Chad pretty fast.
And
Like,
vice versa. Yeah.
and oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, he's a big dork and she's like hot girl. It I'm sure it didn't take a lot of effort for her to manipulate that to her favor. I'm sure he used to get beat up in junior high and high school. I'm sure of it. So it says that Zulema was brought into their tightly knit group where they would talk of past lives and the belief that people can be possessed by evil spirits. They also introduced her to Alex Cox, and by the summer of 2019, they had started dating. So Alex Cox, more than anybody in their circle, believed in I didn't realize this, demonic possession, and that dark spirits were dangerous. She testified Friday. Eventually, the entire family moved to Rexburg. Oh my word, Jasmine, stop yelling. Oh my God. So, let's
Like
see here. The family moved.
zombies.
Stop it. You stop it. You stop being a little shit. Oh, they just know. So, they moved to Rexburg following the death of Lori's husband, Charles Vallow, at the hands of Alex Cox. The shooting was deemed self-defensive at the time, and the grand jury in Arizona's Maricopa County has indicted Vallow-Burned of conspiracy to commit first degree. So she said that Zulema asked Alex Cox if he was okay following the shootings. He responded, Zulema, he was a zombie. So they were saying that Charles was a zombie. I don't know. So they traveled to Rexburg to visit the family in September. She remembers seeing 7-year-old JJ. And when she asked Vallow-Burned where Tylee was, she told her she had to be free. Okay, then. I had to be free of? Let me get back here.
She could have, I mean, there was so many choices, you know, like obviously the best choice, if that's how she felt, she's like, I just wanted to be free. Well,
Mhm.
Tylee was 17, about to probably go off to college.
Mhm.
And well,
Yeah.
JJ, I mean, you're terrible for this, but like you could have given them to the grandparents, like if you wanted to be
Oh, there's
so
so
free,
many different
like,
options.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's just
Yeah.
I don't like this obsession that they had, you know, or belief. Like I don't want to mock on people's beliefs, but like this is a little
Oh, this is a little far-fetched.
yeah. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't follow. Like
No.
I
No.
do not
So
follow.
when Zulema asked Lori where the kids were, she said that Lori put her hands on her face and said, "Don't ask." Yeah. So they also pushed Cox and Palestine. So yeah, they pushed them to get married, which they did on December 1st. And we know that 2 weeks later, he was dead. So shortly after Palestine's September visit on October 9th, this is when Tammy Daybell was shot at in her driveway by a masked man. And it says that she was with Lori and her niece Melanie Boudreaux, and she's the one that got married, I do believe, that you're speaking about.
Yeah.
Is yeah. She was very, very angry, scary angry. On Monday, prosecutor Lindsay Blake described the same call. He can't do anything right, Vallow Daybell said after the call, though it was unclear who she was referring to. Prosecutors also said that Alex Cox's phone call was in the vicinity of Tammy Daybell's home the day she was shot at. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not looking. Was it Jess? Just like Jess. She had him wrapped.
Yeah.
Like
It's
whatever. Mm-hmm. So we found out that Tammy Daybell did not pass away in her sleep like everybody thought, and they did exhume her, and they found out that she was asphyxiated. And it said here that the day after the funeral is when Chad Daybell moved into Lori Vallow's apartment. Oh my God, the class? Just amazing. So she also said that she explained how the group slowly unraveled, starting with Vallow Daybell and her new husband moving to Hawaii just weeks after trying to convince her and everyone else to move to Rexburg. The couple stopped communicating with Alex Cox, and I guess Zulema said that he was pretty upset by this. Can you believe they're being such jerks after how much I've helped them? They don't even want to talk to me. Yeah, I do believe he was used for an awful long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What did they say that
Mhm.
he died from? That he had like some sort of condition with his lungs? Is that right? Like
Heart. I think he had a pulmonary embolism. It was something along those lines. It was like a clogged artery, or I should know the answer to that.
pulmonary embolism.
Pulmonary embolism. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Lungs. Okay, I thought that I knew it was something had to do with his lungs, but I mean,
Pulmonary.
I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm gonna like look up like poisons or teas or plants that might cause that.
I was thinking the exact same thing, because that's awfully handy.
But their mother did say that that does run in the family.
Mhm.
Is that like a disease? I'm not quite sure.
It could absolutely be something that's hereditary. Absolutely. So it says that he
You can do that. Okay.
died
Thanks,
the
Jess.
day after Tammy Daybell's was exhumed. That's an interesting little timing there as well. After a long day at work, she came into her bedroom to find Alex Cox, who at this point had moved to Arizona, on the phone with Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, who were telling him about the exhumation. I was very confused at the reasons why they would be exhuming Tammy's body. She said, I asked him if he was involved in anything that could, oh my word. He was involved with anything to do with Tammy's death, and he had said no. She told prosecutors it was, oh my God, great big black standard poodle going by. Prosecutors, it was just weird and a bizarre conversation. And that's when he came out with, I think I'm being their fall guy. And she asked him, a fall guy for what? What is it that you've done? What have you done that you would be a fall guy for? And she said that Alex Cox would not give her a straight answer. And he said, either I am a man of God or I am not. And the next day he was dead. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see here. Dandy, dandy. So let's see here. Pretty bizarre timing, wouldn't you say, Mexi?
Absolute bizarre timing. Maybe he knew it was coming. Maybe he wasn't as brainwashed or blindsided
as we think.
I mean, he had to have felt some guilt. I mean, that one sentence that Sulema claims that she said to him about, I'm either a man of God or I'm not, like, he had to have felt something, like, at some point, maybe came to some sort of
revelation that,
you know,
maybe he was taken advantage of in a huge way, because he would have been the perfect fall guy. I mean, they were putting him there, like Lori and them were putting him there. Yeah, I think you're right, Jess. He knew then that it was all a shame. You know, what a realization. You've just allegedly done this to your niece and nephew because maybe you didn't want them to get attacked, or you were somehow convinced that they had already passed away and something evil was in their bodies. There had to, I would think, for the average person, come to a point where you're thinking, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and I've always, like, been really mind blown by how, like, cults and, stuff like that, how you can find so many people that are easily
Misled.
manipulated into some sort of thinking, and I've always been really surprised by that, like, because we're supposed to have free will, that's like, you have a brain to think with, like, you can come to your own conclusions, like.
Yeah. Well, and chances are really good that Lori had been manipulating him for an awful long time.
Yeah.
I don't think this is anything really overly new.
Right.
You know,
yeah, I mean, and I'm not trying to compare, like, this to.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I do find it really surprising, like, how when people, like, start, like, try to make a cult and, like, they can just easily find these people that are easily manipulated into, like, following them. Like, I'm just really surprised by the amount of people that can fall into that, like.
Kind of the cultish beliefs of it, which, regardless of which, I mean, look at some of the cults that have been out there. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, like, that's bad shit. And
And I can
So we know
understand,
that
like,
they're
maybe some people are just like, or some individuals are trying to just find someone where they where they belong, and that's
some acceptance.
and that's initially how maybe they get roped in. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fascinated by just how that just that itself, that manipulation works exactly. And I'm assuming that you have to already be in some sort of lesser of a state, right? Because someone who's happy and
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a little bit harder to persuade. But it's just
I would think
interesting,
so. But I mean, you get these people, like you were just saying, that they just want to be accepted.
Mhm.
And you get these groups that are like, come on in, we got you. And all of a sudden you're in the middle of this thing. You don't, and I'm sure it's just like anything else. Something gets beat into you. You hear it long enough and
Believe
enough people
it.
are around
Yeah,
you.
start to believe it.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard of such things as well, Jess. It's like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's been since the beginning of time, people have been using the word for
Absolutely.
unmoral
And
things.
it's been a long time that women have used, and not just women, men as well, use their sexuality to
Yeah.
get what they want. It's Adam and Eve, right? It's been going on for a long time, that. Cleopatra. Like, it's been used for a long time, you evil little wench.
Well, I think more like when it comes to with Lori, for whatever reason, like if I'm thinking of folklore, I'm thinking of like a siren, like one of those banshees in the woods.
Mhm.
She's like
Right.
with red lipstick on. She's hideous. I just can't with her. Her and Tisha, I just
made from the same cloth. Yeah, how are these women even capable? So I'll talk about Letitia and another one. I'm just going to say really quick, for all the stuff that the daughter, I believe, had to go through, how was Letitia be able to keep all these behaviors away from Elle?
Maybe
Is what I'm
he
curious
was
about.
just at work too much.
Yeah.
And that's no fault of his own. I mean, you're trying to.
Oh, you got a family.
And you're making a career. It's your job. I mean, don't you want to succeed?
Exactly.
I think he was just as, blindsided by all of it. Although I think now thinking back in hindsight, like maybe he's like, oh, wow, like she really was manipulating me, because she was in so many ways.
Absolutely. So do you think Chad might actually figure that out? Like if he figures it out, and I mean, he showed up on the stand, wouldn't that be interesting?
I don't know. I think he had some sort of there's a phone call while Lori was arrested and he was still out. He hadn't been arrested yet. And the cops were on his property and they were digging.
Wasn't that an interesting conversation? Yeah.
And the sound of his voice, he sounded just defeated.
Like he was crapping himself?
Yeah, like he was like, I'm done. Like it's any minute now. She was like, should I call you back? With that little freaking sweet, stupid voice. Oh my God.
Yeah, and how he dealt with that.
And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he jumped in his vehicle and was gone. That's how he's dealing with it. It's like, see you later.
Lori Vallow is like, should I pray for you? Like, Lori, you're the last person that I want prayers from. Okay? Sit down, woman. Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Yeah. He gets off the phone with her and kind of realizes what's going on and like bolts. It's like, oh, you thinking maybe you screwed up, buddy? Like, look what you did. Oh my word. So let's see here.
Didn't they say that the world was gonna end on, was it like June or July?
Oh, it was like a year or two ago now, I
Or like
think.
2022 or like 2020, and then like the day came and went, we're like
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you might not even have been around yet, but we had this one time where this cult decided that this, I don't know, something was going by that was called Hail Bop. And they all thought if they unalived themselves just before Hail Bop went by, they would be able to jump onto this Hail Bop and off they go. Well, no, you end up with a bunch of dead people, and Hail Bop just kept doing what Hail Bop did.
there's only two kind of cultish things that I'm familiar with. One of them was the one that was in the really big one. That was like in a different. It was like was it Brazil? Like a huge compound in like Brazil or something. But then there was the other one that I know of was like just like a small little group who all dressed in like sweatpants and some Nike shoes and like had a house in like somewhere in California, and they were just like all found in there in like bunk beds.
Yeah.
Jonestown.
Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few, actually.
Yeah, there's quite a few like that. These prophets who are just, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. It says 1 month after the kids were seen alive, Tammy, an otherwise healthy 49-year-old, suddenly died. And Miss Vallow and Mr. Daybell soon jetted off to Hawaii and got married on the beach.
Totally.
Like you do.
I forgot about the Waco massacre. Yeah, that's another one.
Which one?
Waco.
That's the one I was thinking of. David Koresh. Yeah. Yeah. And then Jonestown, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Well, they drank the Kool-Aid. And then you got David Koresh, who, I mean, they just burnt down the compound, and that was that. So prosecutors allege that Miss Vallow and Mr. Daybell conspired with Miss Vallow's brother, Alex Cox, to unalive Tammy and JJ and Tylee as a part of their bizarre cult beliefs, but also for financial purposes, so they could collect Tammy's life insurance and the children's Social Security. So Charles had $1 million life insurance that she figured she was going to receive. Well, he was smart, and he had changed it to his sister. So she didn't get that $1 million, but Kay did. After lengthy delays due to the pandemic and Miss Vallow's admission into a mental health facility, her trial is finally underway in Boise, Idaho. So we've seen this. I did do, I don't know if it was live or if it was a video, but on the Money, Power, and SEX, during opening statements, the prosecutor said that Miss Vallow was driven by money, power, and SEX to unalive her 2 children and her new husband's then wife. Good God. Tylee had money. Lori wanted it. Tylee's gone. JJ took time, and he also lost his father. When he lost his father, he became much more difficult to care for. He was entitled to Social Security benefits. The defendant didn't want to have to take care of JJ anymore, but he had the money, so JJ's gone. Son of a bitches. Mr. Blake told jurors that the saga first began back in October 2018. What you doing? Yeah, you. So Blake told jurors that the saga first began in October 2018 when Lori and Chad met in person for the first time at a religious conference. The defendant will remove any obstacle that gets in her way. And she wanted Chad Daybell. Ew. So used cult beliefs to justify these unalivings. So do you think that sounds about right? They wanted the cash and they're using religion to hide behind? Mm-hmm.
Well,
and how did they end up talking themselves into thinking that out of 144,000 people that are supposed to survive this, they're king and queen?
He's so funny because if she walked up on me, she was like, "Hey, you're part of the 144,000. I'm your savior." I'd be like, "No, I'll wait for Jesus right here."
Yeah, I'm good.
You know,
Yeah, I'm good.
like,
Oh my God.
No, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Ruby Ridge. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay, one thing's for sure. I've had guys tell me bullshit stories in my life, and as far-fetched as they were, I so badly wanted to believe that they were being honest that I accepted it as fact. So I know a person can get fooled and manipulated, but I would never in a million years be manipulated to the point where I'm like unaliving my kids. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? This guy said something about my son, and I punched him straight in the head and sent him flying down the stairs. So these people I don't relate to. I was very protective of my kid. My uncle was like into this thing called reflexology. Oh, yeah. It was so weird. Creeped me out. It was not normal at all. Oh. Never got in trouble for what. And this is the thing. Yeah, that's sad. That's absolutely sad. So, yeah, I can say in my life, like when I was younger, and most of the relationships, the important ones that I've been in, 10 years each. So I fell for some pretty bullshit stories for quite some times, like for quite some time at times. And then you get away from that situation and clarity starts to come to you. So maybe that's kind of in a hyper way. Maybe this is something that it happened to Chad Daybell. Got manipulated by this woman in a huge way, got away from her, and the fog started to lift, and it's like, oh.
I think he was definitely enchanted by her. Because, like you said, I mean, she was pretty, I guess. She is kind of pretty.
Oh, yeah. She is very pretty.
I'm
Like,
so petty. Like, I'm so petty. I'm like,
maybe she is.
okay, I'll give her that. She's got nice hair, I guess. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Yeah.
But he does seem like a little well, you use the word dorky, so I'll just go ahead and use that. But he literally married the first woman he ever dated, which is Tammy.
Right.
And, had 5 kids with her. So it was very that, like, your first lover,
Yeah.
kind of
That
thing.
puppy love extended.
Maybe he was in as like Lori was like a shiny thing, to him, I suppose, like, and she paid him attention, and I don't know, but he was just as, I don't know what was going on in that dude's brain either, because he's the one that Lori got all the ideas from to begin with.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I'm only getting bits and pieces of what's happening in the chat. John of God. Kiska. Nice to meet you. Yeah, let me go back down here. I've missed a chunk of what's going on there, Jess. I just caught that last one. So is this somebody you knew? I'm trying to. Oh, my dogs are out there yelling at everybody that goes by. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God. So sorry, Jess. What this life doesn't dish out, eh? Oh my God. What life does not dish out. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Over time, this evolved into belief that some people, including the children, were zombies, and the only way to get rid of zombies was for the human body to be destroyed. Yeah. So Tammy, 49, died at the hands of another and of asphyxiation. Suddenly she died suddenly October 19th, 2019. Look at how healthy she looks. She doesn't look like somebody who's about to kick the bucket. "10 days before her death, Tammy had called 911 to report that someone had taken a shot at her in her driveway. Bad shot there, Alex Cox." And this is where, you gonna say something, Mixie?
Well, no, I'm just laughing because you're like, bad shot there, Alex. But you also took a shot at Mallory's
husband.
Ex-husband. Yeah, they're about to get a divorce. They took a shot at him too.
Exactly. Oh
You
my
on a
God.
rampage, man. Like, I just don't understand.
No. Hello, boyfriend. I think that's.
Don't bother him right now. He's cutting meat, okay?
So when Tammy died, Alex Cox raised concerns about being made the fall guy. And one day after he made that comment on December 11th, 2019, Alex Cox also died suddenly at the age of 51, ruled natural causes. However, the overdose drug Narcan was also found in his system. What the hell? I did not know that. Did you know that they found Narcan in his system, Mexi?
Yeah.
You guys did?
Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea about that. So Brandon Boudreau, that is who we're talking about that they shot at, right? Married to
Mallory.
Melanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanie.
Palawaski. Boudreau. Brandon Boudreau. Oh, we're not looking at that. Mallory Pulowski, I think. So it says that Brandon broke down in tears as he testified about the moment he learned about JJ and Tylee's deaths. And then he had to be the one that identified JJ's remains. Son of a bitch. And then he said that in 2018, things changed and got more bizarre when Miss Pulowski, I don't know if that's how you say it, I'm just guessing, became more involved in the Doomsday cult with Lori and Chad. The couple divorced, and he was living in a new home when October 2nd, 2019, he was also the victim of a failed shooting attempt. Damn, Alex, go to a range. After that, he said he began looking at his estranged wife's doomsday cult and learned Mr. Daybell's wife, Tammy, had also died recently. So things found in Vallow's garage. Several alarming items. Let's see here. Executed a search warrant on the home November 2019. In the garage, investigators found several guns, ammunition, empty magazines, silencers, and army-grade knives. There was also a hazmat-style suit and preparedness bags with energy kits and a camouflage suit. Black trash bags full of clothes and papers and JJ's toys and prescription medication was also found. He testified that Miss Vallow appeared to have fled with no clothes left behind in her closets. Alex and the kids. This is like the last picture, right?
Yeah, this is the last time Tylee was ever seen.
Was seen alive. Unreal. And she just loved JJ.
Yeah.
So the graphic photos revealed that JJ was still wearing his red pajamas, pull-up diaper, and he was found buried in a shallow grave on Chad Daybell's property June 9th, 2020. Last proof of life is a photo taken on September 22nd showing him in his pajamas on the sofa, dressed in the matching set of red pajamas. Right. That's the last picture. I think I've actually, oh my God, oh my God. They're outside. I thought I had a picture with him wearing his PJs, but no, not here. So shock jurors were shown images of JJ's body found in the shallow grave, still dressed in the red pajamas. His arms were wrapped with duct tape and his head was wrapped in a white plastic bag with thick layers of duct tape around it. He had been partially covered in blue children's blanket before wood paneling, and 3 white stones were placed on top of him. Like, are you kidding me already?
I can't. Like, it just sounds like I was saying about that reporter who just kind of insinuated that he was still alive whenever they did
What they did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time seeing that. I mean, I think he could have been alive when they covered him with.
Well, that's what
But
I'm
I-
saying. When they did the initial, like, taping,
Yeah.
putting the bag over, I
Yeah.
think he was still alive.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I think his COD is asphyxiation, I think. Because I think the prosecutor had mentioned it, and Jess might know actually if she's been watching it or hearing about the trial, but I think that's one of the things the prosecutor said, that one of them was asphyxiated, the other has no cause of death. And I think the no cause of death might be on Tylee.
Well, yeah, she had been burned. It says here 16-year-old had been dismembered, burned, and her body parts dispersed around the grounds. So, yeah. And just imagine, like, JJ's grandparents sat there and seen autopsy photographs, seen the shape that Tylee was in, seen the shape that JJ was in, and they're going through this in court, and Lori doesn't even show any sympathy for these people.
No.
At one point, Lori asked the judge to allow her to be excused from the court, While the graphic testimony and photos were being shown, the judge swiftly denied the request. So I find that interesting because she came in a little bit out of it and then had a half-hour snooze. So I'm not sure if they somehow managed to give her something to keep her calm. But that afternoon, she slept for about a half hour, allegedly, through the trial. Just had a snooze. And this is what we were talking about. Mr. Daybell warned Miss Vallow the police were closing in on the day her children's remains were discovered. The call made at 11:03 on June 9th, 2020. Chad Daybell is heard telling his new wife that law enforcement were on the scene searching his property. And at the time, Lori was behind bars in the Madison County Jail after she failed to meet a court order to present the kids. I remember that. They're searching the property, a forlorn-sounding Chad Daybell said. And then he later added, so we'll have to see what transpires. And then they did find the kids, and that is when he made, like, the great escape.
Wow. I just learned something new.
Yeah.
Forlorn, because that's kind of what I was trying to describe earlier.
That was the
about
word you were
that
looking for?
conversation. Well, I didn't even know this word existed, but now I'm so glad that I do. Forlorn.
Yeah.
It's pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, he did. That's right, Jess. He told his wife Tammy that he had shot a large
That was the most
right?
random thing ever.
It's
So
like,
guess
what the
what, hun?
hell?
I was burning some stuff, and this large raccoon in the middle of the day was just walking along the fence line,
Right?
minding its own business, and I thought, I'm gonna shoot it. Guys,
Yeah.
raccoons.
Right?
Like,
Oh my word. Mm-hmm.
what did
Yeah,
that raccoon do to you, Chad? Man.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder what she thought of that. That nocturnal
She was
animal
probably
was like
like,
going for a stroll.
thanks for the info. Like,
Right? Unbelievably sick. Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, Tali was too decomposed to find her COD. And yeah, apparently JJ was asphyxiated. I don't know. Has that been, I don't know if I've seen that in a transcript yet. I'm burning some sage for them. Oh, you're sweet dandy, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how any of this made sense to any of these people about these demons and these zombies and these light and dark auras. It's like, oh my God.
I definitely wouldn't take that from him. You know, I'd be like, I'm sorry, excuse me. What? Who are you to
Right?
rate me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're out here killing children, and
Right?
you're rating people. Like,
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
no.
I wonder if that was kind of the realization that maybe Alex Cox was coming to, and hopefully Chad figures out if he was in fact manipulated. I really hope that he's figuring that out so that
I don't really care if he does or doesn't figure it out, because at this point,
well, the reason
it
I would
don't
like for
matter.
him,
He did what he did willingly.
the only reason I would hope that he would maybe figure it out is then there's a possibility of him testifying against her. That would be about the only bonus that I could see, but
No, they're not gonna cut them a deal. Aren't they still married?
yes. As far as I know, I haven't seen anything about anything. They usually say new husband, but I don't see ex-husband.
I don't actually see them, and I
Yeah.
don't know this for sure, but I don't see them testifying against each other simply because, well, actually, maybe Lori will testify in Chad's case
Against Chad?
because they've
Ah.
already taken the death penalty off of her thing. Obviously, they weren't
Yep.
going to cut her like a deal, but the death
Mhm.
penalty off the sentence is kind of nice because
Yeah. Yeah.
well, maybe she
Really?
will testify in his and maybe just like point the finger at him and Alex.
Yep. Yeah. The only thing I can come up with, Jess, about why he wouldn't have gone further is the possibility that the ground was like hard. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, being that it was both of these graves were so shallow.
When was the last time they were seen again?
Yeah, and that is another thing. He would often dig graves as a side gig. So that's the only thing I can think of, is that maybe that property was maybe the land right there was like harsh. You know. What were you looking for there, Mexi?
I was trying to remember when it was that what month it was that they were found, because I do recall that one of the first searches that they did at the Daybell residence when they were actually in the home, there was plenty of snow out, so like the ground must have been possibly hard at the time because it was only a few months. Yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
and you don't know, like some places the soil's like nice.
Yeah.
And, it's got all the nutrients and it's nice. And other properties, it could be like thick rock. It could be all sorts, lots of gravel even. Lots of, from working in the oil field, that's the only reason I kind of thought about that, is I know how hard it could be to get through certain areas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see here because for some reason I thought it was September, but
that's what Jess was just saying about the
okay.
September.
Yeah. Okay, June, and it was September when Chad shot the raccoon. And in Idaho, it was cold. Okay, dandy. And kids were found June 9th.
Okay. I also find it, I'm like I was telling you earlier, that I find it weird, like the difference in what they did to Charlie and to JJ, and they also buried them in like two different
spots.
Yeah, like
she was in the pet cemetery and he was
over by what would be a pond, but I didn't see any water in it, so
right. Yeah.
It's just strange. Like I know that sounds like really crude to try and think about, like try to decipher like why why it's so different, but I do really wonder like why they were done so differently. Like
so differently.
It's already brutal, but like what's with the I don't know. Like I just feel like Tylee was, I guess, more so a demon to them or a zombie to them than.
Well, and like we were talking about before this, it could literally have something to do with how Lori felt about the fathers of these kids.
Right.
I strongly
kind of
believe
explain it, but man, that's twisted. Like
oh hell yeah.
Like those kids, like at the end, I'll just say this real quick. They did not deserve any of that. They didn't deserve to have the mother that they had, and for her to be
No.
in Lululand with her. They didn't deserve any of that. And
hell no. It's a nightmare what they were able to do. It is a nightmare what they were able to do. I don't
this is supposed
know.
to be like you're someone who loves you, who takes care of you. That's your
Yeah. You trust these people. And I can't even imagine. And I try not to imagine what was happening in those kids' minds. It's deep and it's dark. It's a dark place to go. You know, we know what's happened to them. And it's dark.
I think Tylee, didn't speak up or, followed along just to protect JJ. And I think that's possibly why. Also another reason, because she loved that kid. That was her kid.
She sure did. Yeah. Yeah, she just loved him to bits. Nights are cold, but maybe not in June. It depends on the elevation. Yeah. I feel like Tylee was trying to escape from the situation with her brother. That could have been why as well. They needed to be destroyed, and JJ wasn't destroyed. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was, very protective over JJ. She may have figured out last minute what was going to happen. And she was out of the two kids, she was the most likely to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little JJ, yeah. But Tylee, you could tell she was a strong-minded little girl.
Yeah, she was smart.
Yes. And if she put up any kind of fight.
And I do also see this weird, kind of dynamic of Tylee actually being the adult in the whole situation.
Agreed.
And also, taking care of her mom, know. Because there's a couple of interviews, whenever they're in the police station, that they asked Tylee a question, and she answers so adult-like and very, almost giving her mom an excuse,
Mm-hmm.
She was protective of her. I think Tylee was more of the adult in...
Agreed. Yeah.
All of it, yeah.
And, it's woman and female child. But being the fact that Tylee was female, there's all sorts of other reasons why Lori could have felt negatively towards her.
Yeah.
Everything from getting attention that Lori thought she deserved to being strong-willed and not necessarily. When she was in that interview room, you could tell through the entire thing she was wanting to be as honest as she could. And you could see that where she was strong-willed. You could see where she was strong, independent. Well,
she didn't like people taking her spotlight. I think that's obvious because she didn't like her older son's wife either.
No, problem with women, absolutely. And there are lots of women like that. My mother is one of them. Women are a threat to her. Strong-willed alpha woman type, Lori. Well, she couldn't have that. I agree again, Jess. Yeah. That was one of the problems. Among many, as you know, Mexi. But me being a female, my mother had a very, very hard time dealing with that. Pretty much every female around her she either kind of controls to a point, or she can be an ass. She can be an ass. And it's
that's what it sounds like. Insecure. She needs to be the shiniest thing.
Yeah. And I think Lori would be the same.
Yeah,
you know,
100%,
females are a threat. Strong-willed alpha woman. And I don't know. I think Tylee was figuring it out. And I think Alex was figuring it out. Yeah, exactly. Not strong, weak, and insecure. Yeah. So it looks like they are going to be back tomorrow. So what I was doing with this case is I was putting up videos in the morning. I would do a video before court started. But then I was running into problems because we know what it's like downloading in the Rocky Mountains. It sucks. So I was going to I was close to running into problems where one was not finished before my live was going to start. So it just messed up everything. So I'll figure out, I can't have two streams going.
Yeah.
So I will figure it out.
I know I've tried to like think that one through. I was like, how do we do two streams?
Right.
I was confusing myself. I was like, this goes here, that there. And I'm like, no. Yeah.
So what we'll pay attention. I'll pay attention tomorrow again. Back at 10 to 9 Mountain Standard for Letitia.
I'm liking this court time, man. I really am.
What time is
the
it?
ones that are like in the East Coast, like you got to get up at like 7 in the morning to like cover. This one starts at 10 my time.
10. Yeah. Much nicer. Much nicer. I know with me, there were some times I was streaming at 6 in the morning.
South Dakota is Central Time.
I love South Dakota.
Really? I mean, I believe you. I'm not arguing. But like, I have to keep a tab open. So like, I know I've told you, Frankie, but like, I have to keep a tab open on my screen that says like time zone, and then I just like cut and paste whatever I need, city I need to look up. And some of these like blow my mind. Like I'm like, why is Florida Central, but it's also Eastern? I don't get it. Like, yeah. South Dakota, wow.
Yeah. Have you been
to South Dakota? No.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful,
it's
beautiful.
Eastern time? That still blows my mind.
Well, South Dakota, Eastern? Okay.
What? Let me
I'm Mountain.
I'm gonna look at the United States map with time zones.
Oh, I've been there. I have not been there for years, but sure is beauty. Central Standard Time, and then Western South Dakota is Mountain Standard. Boom. That makes sense.
Oh.
That makes sense. Well, it was great having you, Jess. You had lots to contribute. That's awesome.
Full of knowledge.
And M always.
Come back.
Yeah, you thought so too, Dandy, eh? We just have the best group. I just like it. Yeah, I just really enjoy everybody.
There's a little bit of Texas that's Mountain Time. What are the odds of that? That's amazing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like the little ending tip that's kind of underneath New Mexico towards the end of Texas is Mountain Time.
How bizarre. I don't understand how the U.S. works. This little Canadian, it's like...
Like,
Yeah.
I'm from the United States and I still don't know anything about the United States. Like, people from other countries know more than we do about ourselves.
Well, when I was growing, I mean, it's been a while, but I used to have to study.
Yeah, everybody does. Even Mexico does.
Pacific time.
They study like the United States, like other countries, China, Europe. They all study. They literally know
Yeah.
way more than we're taught here. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even
Kiska's girls know. Kiska is Pacific time.
How's the
Okay.
weather out there? It's only like 7 Pacific time. You can still be out and about, chilling on the beach.
Still, oh my word. So
Oh,
Pacific
awesome.
time.
Yes, the email's in the description. Feel free. Let me just post it in the chat too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Or jump onto our Discord. Do you like Discord at all, Jess?
We pressure everyone into it. I'm like, peer pressuring. I'm in Discord.
Well, there's just I love that platform as far as chili on the beach. I love that platform. Oh my God, you two. For the amount of information that we're able to put on there and share. No idea what Discord is. It's just another platform. If you want, Mexi just put the link in there. It's not really, it doesn't take much to get in. And as soon as you jump in, one of the girls will kind of get you set up. Absolutely. Welcome to the club.
I still don't like 100% understand Discord, but like I will find you. You can click in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. We probably only, oh my word. We use like a small percentage probably of what it's capable of. Someone will come on to Discord one day and go, "What the hell are you doing? Do you know you can do this and this and this?" I've had Discord for the true crime for a while, but yeah, I'm still not well versed in it, but I do like
us.
Did she find it?
Oh, she was like super quick with it. She's like, "I'm here. What's up?"
She's in. Oh, that's hilarious. Grab onto that, Kiska. If you want to join in, please do. Please do. Are you in there, Eminem?
Yeah, she's under Sunshine.
Okay, nice.
She's our Sunshine on Discord.
I don't think I have Sunshine.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Oh my, okay. You see, yeah, that's how much I know about it. It's like I don't
an hour ago to your general information page.
Nice. I was either eating or I was doing that other live. I haven't been in here since probably this morning. So, okay, we've got Canada, US, Puerto Rico, Scotland, and England for our we put our photographs, like if there's anything cool in our area or even in our state, whatever, country. We put it in there and we can all kind of see what it's like where other people live. I think it's awesome. There we go.
What people on the other side of the pond are doing.
Oh, yeah.
And just learning new things. It's really nice to just have a conversation with someone who wants to conversate with you about crimes.
Well, that's it, right? Yeah. Well, that's absolutely, Kiska. It's awesome. It's really, and in there you can literally take what you want. If you want to share it, use it, research, whatever, take it. And if you want to add something to the information, or if you would like another tab, once you get around, if there's another case that you're interested in and it's not on there, let me know and I'll set it up so we can, I'll take a look.
You like my koala mind of monsters. You like it. Isn't it creepy? The scary ass koala.
Oh, is that
When
the
they're
wet
wet.
one?
When they're wet.
Oh, damn. That thing looks evil. I just totally blew the cuddly, fuzzy little koala bear right out of the like, huh. Yeah, I'll set it up. Whatever you need. If there's something else you need in there, I'll set it up, and then yeah, we can add to that file. And yeah, I think we've got, oh shit, we got to be getting close to 100 on there now, because I think I've got 2 of them. Oh man, that thing was what, right? That makes nightmares. True crime and kangaroos that lived.
Funny.
I like checking out like that. Other conversations. The shit that ends up on there sometimes, it's like, oh my God, too funny. Okay, Bruja. Hello, hello. Just trying to see what I've missed here. Did I not give someone a wave that I should have waved at?
I know. The koala. You don't think they're cute after that.
Oh.
If I saw that coming out of the water, I would throw a log at it.
Maxie.
I don't play around with stuff like that. Like the flying squirrels, you know, like they're all cute and stuff, and I would love to have one. But if it like flew in my face, it's getting swatted down.
Well, yeah, anything that kind of like jumps at you, right?
Yeah, like I don't like
That's fair enough.
catching me off guard. I'm sorry.
I'd hit it with a log.
Reflex. I'm just gonna get out of here.
Oh my God. I can do a 2-hour cannibal research, and that thing gave me the willies. Exactly.
I thought the same thing when I first saw it. I was like, what the fuck is that? It can't be.
It's terrifying. Oh my God. Isn't that the truth? I can do a 2-hour cannibal research, and that thing gave me the willies. Damn, that's good. Oh my God. Yeah, that thing was freaking scary. And I pretty much can handle anything. I'm not a big fan of spiders, but yeah, I can pretty much deal with everything if it's a critter. But that
Not a
thing
critter that looks
literally
like
scared
that.
the
That thing
shit
looks like
out
it was
of
on
me.
steroids and like Ben is like 100 pounds at least. What are koalas? Like 20 pounds? Dude, that looked creepy. It's really creepy.
Oh, it's so creepy. So as we have that Discord link going through, anybody that is watching a rerun or watching it after the broadcast is over, that link should be available for a while. And if you're interested, come on over and join us in Discord. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook. Those links are down there too. But yeah, I just really enjoy Discord. As far as an research platform.
Yes.
And we're getting to know each other a little bit over there. So, I
Yes,
mean,
it's really fun to talk to people and just see how everyone's
absolutely.
doing. It really is like kind of tight knit. Like it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome. So, Mexi, anything we need to touch on before we say good night?
I think we're good. If anybody finds anything out about Lori Vallow today, because like I said, like we were talking about earlier, it's not being streamed, it's not being live broadcasted, so like you kind of have to wait for the end of the day, or watch throughout the day to get tidbits.
Well, that's what I do, because there's a couple of the people I follow. They go out and they update, like for the Lori Vallow Idaho Statesman.
Yeah, the Idaho. I actually posted something on Discord earlier, which is the where's Lori Vallow? Not that one. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm almost there. Wait.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Jess. Welcome,
East
friend.
Idaho News is who that is. But I posted the detective.
That's it. What did I say? I said this. No, East Idaho News.
Yeah, East Idaho News, and they have I posted
Nate
something
Eaton.
in the Doomsday Mom channel that is some of the audio of the detective describing the conditions of JJ and Tylee when they were found.
Have a great night, Eminem, one of our favorite humans.
Catch you tomorrow. I hope you drop in tomorrow.
So, yeah. Yeah, no, that was a great night.
No.
That was a great night. So, yeah, I keep saying Idaho Statesman, but no, it's East Idaho News.
East Idaho News, yeah. But if anyone, like, if you guys come across any information about, like what's going on in court today or that day for Lori, post it in the Discord. Because it's easier to keep up with things like that too, like, because
big time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna stick that. I got so many little sticky things on my computer. And East Idaho News, not the Idaho Statesman. Idaho Statesman.
We're just gonna call it the Idaho Statesman from now on.
Oh my word!
What's that guy's name even? But
Nate Eaton.
Nate, yes. My mom, oh my gosh, when I go home for Christmas, have I told you about this? When I go home for Christmas, my mom sits like at her TV and watches YouTube, but it's that guy. What's his name again?
Nate Eaton.
Nate Eaton, and he's going around town handing out freaking money and new cars and buying people's furnaces and like putting roofs on people's houses, like, and it's
Nate is?
Yeah, it's like a secret Santa thing.
Oh, damn. You see, I got to know him at the Dylan Rounds case because Candace, and Justin, they go on there pretty much first.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the guy to talk to in Idaho.
Yeah. So he is in the court for Lori every day, all day.
Yes.
And then he's got like on his I should one of us start putting those breakdowns, because it's minute by minute.
Yes, he's been making them, and I saw one the other day. This guy was in tears. It was like a 5-minute video and he was in tears. Like, I'll find it, I'll post it in the Discord. But this guy
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yes. Idaho Statesman.
That's what I yeah, fabulous. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess call it a night. Yeah. I got sugar gliders to kind of, everybody's waking up. They're all starting to come out of their little bags. I put peach juice in all of their water. So, yeah. pretty
You should
soon
do,
I'll
like,
have
a little video one night, like, with your sugar gliders.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to hubby. I want to put up one of those
A
like
live camera?
cameras. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I love
Yeah,
you.
thanks guys. Thank you
Um,
so much. You're appreciated.
Are you gonna be running the trial in the morning?
You betcha.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, come join us. I'll be around at some point. Franky will be here though.
I'll be there. You're late tomorrow, right? A little
Yes,
bit
yeah,
later.
I'm sleeping in. Don't bother me.
Maxie! Maxie!
I know, I love that. When I could finally come and sit at my computer, I just have like 5 messages. Be like,
Maxie! Yeah. Good morning, Maxie. Hey, Maxie. Maxie? Hey, Maxie!
That's so funny.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, guys. Enjoy your Monday.
Night.
Bye. See you guys tomorrow.